factor for his team as they get pumped up before the tip-off against the Celtics. Rockets, Celtics, coming right up on 2K Sports. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get and the Houston Rockets starting five. The pairing up front, Smith in Şengün. Buckets is out there with Wright, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And for Boston, the talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Lee out there with the bodyguard, and it's White in at the point. They'll have their work cut out for them in this one, Doris. As we know, teams typically don't play as well on the second night of a back-to-back.
You're right, Kevin, because that all comes down to fatigue. A rested team obviously has an advantage over a team playing the second in as many nights. The numbers always back that up.
And that one's good. Wright's got the first basket of the game for the Rockets.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Brown. Tries again. Picked his pocket. Lets a floater go, and it's Wright missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. No doubt, Greg, Jason Tatum is an all-NBA player. And this guy continues to improve.
And JT's scoring average increasing in each of his first 5 seasons. I just love how he gets to the line more, being more aggressive. Tatum was the guy on a finals team at just 24 years old.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. Greg, remember back when the 22-23 season started and the Rockets were among the youngest teams in the NBA.
And it's hard to win in this league with youth and inexperience. Houston's front office aggressively adding quality vets like Fred VanVleet in hopes of stabilizing that roster.
And so Tatum nails them both. As we've talked about Boston's young talent for so long, they've now become battle-tested veterans.
And it's incredible how young that experience has taken hold. They have had players playing big roles in so many big games. What a strong foundation, and now you've just got to keep building.
Houston shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he hits the first of 3. And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
They've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
And he's good on the second.
Boy, Kevin Durant is one of one, guys. A 7-footer with the complete offensive arsenal. What a privilege to have operated in his era.
And he nails the third.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
White dishes to Lee. Pulls up on the elbow, and he nails the jumper.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Şengün after the basket by Boston. From downtown, another miss by Houston.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Lee against KD. Pass to Şengün. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Lee. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
And it's sent back by White. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Houston moving the ball around. Shots good by buckets.
But when you combine Durant's size with his vision and the touch on his passing, it's easy for him.
Now White. Last game we saw him score 14. Here's Tatum, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
KD against Lee. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 5 now.
Man, he is working them over on the inside. I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant every year gets more comfortable with the physicality of defenders. Incredible.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Personal foul, second team foul.
White against Wright. Three-pointer. They get the rebound.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Great D that time from Tatum.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Right against White. To the paint. Deflects the pass. There's the pass to Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Whatever they ask Smith to do, he is more than willing. And boy, is he capable.
Left side, Brown. Great positioning on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Right, the pass to Bryan. Back to Wright. Fires from way outside. The rebound by the Celtics. The Bodyguards got rebound number 5 here tonight. And White kicks to Tatum. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Team foul.
So it's the Celtics now. 3-point lead. Right, the pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound by Smith.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Personal foul.
That's on Jaylen Brown. The Rockets have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
The line for 1.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Shoots over KD. And the basket by Tatum. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
Just tremendous understanding and fundamental basketball by Jason Tatum in pick-and-roll action. Beautiful.
Durant with it. Picked up by Brown. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Smith.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Smith, the pass to Şengün. The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguard's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the rejection by Smith.
How about the reach and reaction by Smith Jr. to get his hand up and just disrupt that play?
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Wright against Brown. And Wright kicks to Smith. Left side, KD. Rebounded by the Celtics. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. Right down low. White's there. And that one's good. Right. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Celtics. It's time for some t-shirts. Make some noise, fans.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in. And it's Simons in for Jaylen Brown. And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 1. Now, here's Simon. Defense is right there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Right, left side. The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Pritchard, covered by Smith. Simons against Wright, and it's Simons missing.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Durant dishes to Smith. Here's Wright. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 1. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Tatum against Durant. Tatum down low. And he can't jam it through. Here's Bryan, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
The Rockets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Smith. Celtics trail by 4. Now here's Simons. Still yet to score. And here's Tatum for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And that one good.
Now, this is what taking care of your body and strength training will do. Finney-Smith powers through the contact.
And from undrafted in 2016 doors, Dorian Finney-Smith, now a player that every team in the league would covet.
Well, this is a long wing defender, Kevin, and he's now made himself legit as a 3-and-D prototypical player. And he stayed at it, earned the rewards, and now says, my mom can finally put her feet up. I have made it.
Here's Pritchard. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Second personal foul.
The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
At the line for your Celtics, number 12.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for buckets. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Wright. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Houston leading by 6. Inside. Count that one from VanVleet.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
You know, some teams just have your number, and that was the case between these two last season.
And so it's Houston with it, following the three-pointer by Boston. Outside Durant, three-pointer. Rebounded by the Celtics. The bodyguards got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Here's Pritchard, still without a basket. Got it. Good job in the low post. Now just a 3-point Rocket lead. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Pistons in Detroit. VanVleet passes to Şengün. Thompson outside. 1:24 left in the first quarter. A shot. They grab their own miss. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Pritchard. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Rockets leading by 5. From the stripe, and the rejection by Tatum. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. If you look at Boston, they're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build on the wins as the season goes on.
And, you know, for Boston, they'd probably say they'd expect to be a little higher in the standings at this point, but you can't get too down if you're them. They're still knocking on the door with an opportunity to get that top spot.
And I don't think anyone will be surprised if they do get it. They've been there before, and despite going through a little bit of a lull, we know they're capable of playing as well as any team in this league.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Tatum against Durant. Tatum passes to Hauser.
Rockets foul. Dorian Finney-Smith. First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Celtics, Sam Hauser.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Here's Van Vliet. Boston grabs the miss. The Bodyguards got 11 rebounds in the game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Thompson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thompson's got 5.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Thompson will blow right by you.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll return shortly. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And coaches have these sayings, Doris. Among them, the ball finds energy. What does that mean?
It means, Kevin, that the ball honors basketball players who play the right way. In other words, play hard, try cutting, rebounding, pursuing loose balls. If you're playing with energy, usually the rest takes care of itself.
We've got Brown, Lee out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Here's Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Wright. They're running. Here's Finney-Smith. He with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Lee with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And it's Simons missing. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. Tries from 7. That misses off the backboard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
2 points. That one goes. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for Houston. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Houston.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
Another thing they're doing right out of the gates tonight, applying a ton of defensive pressure.
Here's Wright following the bucket by the Celtics. Misses in close. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olney. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, back in grade school, when Jason Tatum told folks his NBA goals, they'd often suggest a backup plan. And he said, I always would tell them, I don't have one. I'm going to make this work regardless. Nothing else matters. Kevin?
Oh, I like that. It's worked out, David. Thanks so much. So it's the Celtics now. The Rockets making the shot. Passes it to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Pass to Simons. Stolen by Thompson. Looking for Finney-Smith, and he gets it there. Yes, that goes in. And now it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
Finney-Smith on the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's big-time shooting ability right there, folks.
And it's blocked. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Brown.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And Greg, the massive contract extension for Jaylen Brown this past summer, for a time, the richest in NBA history.
And you gotta pay to play, or in this case, to contend for titles. With Tatum and Brown, the Celtics have that opportunity.
Here's Hauser after Clint Capella's bucket. Pass to Simons. Uncovered, and the jumper is good. Simons has got 5 now.
Boy, what a pass by Jaylen Brown. Probably one of his most improved areas.
Right outside. Lee with the steal. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. Shoots over Capella. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6. And the basket from Lee. Rockets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. It's right on the wing. 6 points for him. And Houston again with the bucket.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You look at Tatum, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Houston leading by 6. Let's it go from 14. And Simons has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And Lee with the stuff.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Right outside, looking for Finney Smith, and he gets it there. Here's Thompson. Shoots over Brown. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Here's Lee, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
But every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Here's Wright. Softly drops in the floater. Wright's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Simons finds Lee. Shoots over Capella. No good from Lee.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Thompson passes to Wright. Lee with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Right against Lee. That's tipped. And again, the turnover by the Rockets. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him. Celtics trail by 6. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Okay, fans. Who needs a free t-shirt? Get up on your feet.
It up. And how about a look now at the first-year block leaders in the NBA? Here are the top rookie intimidators. You look at Lee, 5th in the league in patrolling the paint.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued, it takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Now here's Tatum. He has 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, looking at the career of Jaylen Brown so far, his rise to stardom has been impressive.
It's impressive, Kevin, because of the work put in. He needed to become a more complete offensive player. by, number one, improving his handle, and number two, becoming more efficient with his shooting. He's done both. He's always been a force in transition. Jalen has been special.
First free throw is good.
What I love about Jaylen Brown is his commitment to improvement. This guy's worked hard on his three-point shooting. He's worked hard on his handle and his decision-making, and there's still another level to come.
He's off on the second.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Here's KD. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
And to me, that's all about focus from Kevin Durant, because that defender was in his grill, and he still gets a quality look.
Tatum kicks to Lee. Over Smith. Smith with the defensive effort.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Lee with the block. The dish to White. To the inside. The kick out to Tatum. Lee outside. From 11 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. Lee's got 16.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
The pass to Bryant. Over Tatum. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Got a piece of it and stolen by Wright. Bucket is good. 12 points for him.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Passes to Lee. From about 16, it's rebounded by Houston.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Lee with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. And Junior throws it down hard.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Wright. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
White the pass to Lee. Back to White. Hits the jumper in space.
Yeah, in the catch-and-shoot game, Derek White very assertive, ready to react.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
get some numbers for the bodyguard. He's been more than solid over the last month. 5th in steals, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Now here's Wright. He's got 14. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Here's Wright. He had 15 points last outing. And that one drops for him. 16 points for Little General.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Tatum on the wing. Outside, White. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 12 rebounds. Here's Wright. Another shot. Shoots over White. Boston grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively. Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Pass to Şengün. There's a minute 47 left now here in the second. And it's Wright missing. Celtics trail by 5. Down low, here's Lee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 20 points for Junior.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Here's Wright after the basket by Boston. Shoots over White. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
No good from Lee. And for Houston, they're shooting 48% on their attempts here in quarter number 2. White against Wright. Pass to Bryan from 12 feet out. The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguard's got 15 rebounds here tonight. White the pass to Tatum. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. .32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Tatum has worked very hard to improve his finishing game, and that includes sometimes taking contact and earning a trip to the foul line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason to adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Here's Wright. He's got 16. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lee with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. He lobs it up.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Derek White. You can't miss that guy.
Derek White.
It's trailed by 3. Wright with it. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Brown. From 13 feet, it goes down. Brown's got 9 points in the quarter.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That three-level scoring coming into play.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. KD, moments of frustration for you early. What are you seeing out there?
Well, I missed a lot of shots. I'm just trying to be aggressive. I missed some wide open threes and some shots I normally hit, so I just got to continue to keep being aggressive. My teammates looking for me. We got to do a better job on the defensive end.
Hey, man, I'm sure those shots will start to fall in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Out in front of the half is Boston. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets played?
Got to give some credit to the energy of their bench. Second, guys are trying to make a name for themselves tonight. And, you know, I like to fire them to the starters, baby.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. Wright is out there with buckets. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Now here's Brown. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Ball violation. Jump ball.
And so here is Houston. Celtics leading by 5. That one drops for them.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Wright. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Houston shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Wright. And Boston has possession. They lead by 4. Here comes Tatum. The kick out to Brown. And a wide open look for Lee. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Şengün trying to free himself up.
Second overall pick in 2022. Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Smith hits them both. And so White will bring it up for Boston. A 2-point game. It's tipped. Now the pass to Bryan. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Houston ball.
Well, so much great defense has come from the shooting guard position over the years. And here's a rundown of the players wreaking havoc at that spot this year. We'll take a look at buckets. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Effective doesn't begin to describe this crew. Their defensive skills are game-changing, and it isn't just the steals. It's the ability they have to get in their opponents' heads and force them into bad decisions.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors. And then on Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver,
that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
That free throw good from Brown. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And Wright kicks to KD. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Rockets with possession here. Right inside. White covering. And yes, it's good. 21 points for Little General.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. For the tie, that one no good. White with the defensive effort. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics are playing with a high level of motivation. All-star Jason Tatum says what we talk about before the game, halftime, is win by any cost, by any means. Figure it out, win the game, and build great habits along the way. Kevin?
Still room to grow. David, thanks. Here's Tatum, following the 3 by Houston that went in, and it's blocked.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
The turnaround. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And they'll get another chance. Brown the pass to Tatum. A 3-pointer, no good.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Here's buckets. He's got 16. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Tatum, that's for 2. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Wright looking around. Here's Bryan, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Time for T-shirts.
chance. Let's look at some numbers for buckets. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. The bodyguard passes to Lee. White dishes to Lee. Over in the corner, Brown. Shot clock at 6. And there's the drive. And another miss by Boston.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Now, here's Şengün. Defense right on him. And another shot. Right, the pass to Bryan. And the shot goes in. Buckets got 7 points here in this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brown kicks to Tatum. Passes it to Lee. Trying to end the drought. Şengün with the rebound.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Right down low. It's stolen by Brown. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
He's checked in for Smith. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Derek White.
And looking at his offensive numbers in the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Wright takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Wright's got 23 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Lee. The 19-footer is on the money.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
The assist, Wright.
Celtics trail by 5. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shoots from the elbow, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
One of Jaylen Brown's advantages is the lift he gets off the floor. Just a tremendous athlete.
Pass to Wright. Can't hit that one. White with the defensive effort. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Lee with the block. They get it back. And here is Brown. He's got 13. Lee passes to White. Out to Lee. 5 to shoot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
And it's blocked by Brown.
Such a pesky defender. Jaylen Brown, right place, right time.
It's rebounded by Houston.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Rockets ball.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. Number 1, the Celtics.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from 3 this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
White against Wright. Pass to Bryan. Thompson for the triple.
Well, to me, that's the wingspan of Jaylen Brown bothering shooters. This guy gets right in their space and throws them off balance.
Sinks the triple.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Lee really making a difference here.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket. For Wright. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's around 14 points per game, 14 assists, and 3.5 steals. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail me.
Now, here's Sengun. And they get it. And it's good on the way out. Sengun's got the game tied up here for Houston.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
White against Wright. Floats one. It's deflected. To the paint. Unloads from 13. And KD the bucket on the assist by Wright. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Second chance point.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. White finds Tatum. And here is Lee. Takes the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lee's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Celtics. White against Wright. And the pass to Durant. Second chance effort, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Durant doing a nice job boxing out and going and pursuing that basketball.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. Austin making some changes. Hauser's checked in. And it's Simons in for Jason Tatum. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Houston.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Durant.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And Brown now atop the key. Count that bucket. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Wright. He's got 25. To the middle. Here's Şengün. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Thompson against Simon. And the call will be against Anthony Simon. That's his first foul.
It's really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
White against White. Pass to Şengün. Shoots in deep. He can't get that one to fall.
In order to space the floor effectively for his teammates, he has to finish that one, guys. All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
White dishes to Brown. A 3-ball. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And Wright kicks to KD. Puts up a deep 3. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Lee. 7th in free throw percentage. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. And Van Vliet comes in for Thompson.
Van Vliet.
To the right wing. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Wright. Count it. Good. Wright's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Hauser. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Brown. Şengün passes to Capella. And right, here we go. Good D by Lee.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Rockets ahead, up by 3. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Rockets leading by 3. You've got Anthony Simon. Bodyguard is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Basket good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Hauser. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Simons against Wright. Smith in the post. Back to Wright. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Şengün. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Assist from.
And the Rockets lead by 3.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Tatum willing it to go.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Now Van Vliet. Smith kicks to Van Vliet. Şengün inside. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
Assisted.
Şengün's got 4 points this quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Tatum. That's another rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Right. And that one's good. Right.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. And it's buckets in for Smith.
Clint Capella.
Pass to Hauser. Stolen away, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum drives in. And there's the pass to Hauser. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Entertainment, let them hear it.
Let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Now with the game in the balance, coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Buckets, guarded by Tatum. Back to right, 4 on the clock. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
At the line for one.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Wright. Here's Bryan. From outside, off the mark. Celtics trail by 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's deflected. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Simons against Van Vliet. And that one, good.
Yeah, right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Right outside. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
There's the triple. A three-pointer is right on target.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. And it's right, sending it back. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Passes it to the body. Just 5 to shoot. The deep 3 from Tatum. And they get it back. Here's the bodyguard. Finney Smith defending. The bodyguard passes to Lee. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Here's Van Vliet. Right outside. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Houston ball.
Here's Buckets. Houston moving it around. Right outside. They get a hand on it. On the clock. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Now here's Brown. Pulls it up. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bryan. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Tatum. Looking to get it going. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Boston.
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
And that one falls for Tatum. Wright with it. Beyond the arc. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Personal foul.
That one on White.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Right at the line for 3.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And the second free throw, good.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
And he makes all 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Tipped away. Outside Tatum. Over KD. Nice D from Durant.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here's Brown. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. Fires it up. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Celtics lead by 2. White against Wright. And it goes down 2 points. Wright's got 39.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Tatum against Durant. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And Wright kicks to Smith. Outside, KD. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Bryan. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
but a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to White, takes a three.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Bryan. And Lee pulls it down.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt. I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Here's Durant. Here's Smith. Nice work on the ball. It's paying off with the basket. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Playing with confidence. Smith wants to be a guy that this team can rely on.
Pass to Lee. With the fadeaway. Yep, right through the net. Lee's got 34 points.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Lee really making a difference here.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth men's team.
Player of the game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
White against Wright. The pass to Şengün. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Off the inbound. It's good. Wright's got 41.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Brown with the bounce pass. And the jump to finish it off. Beauty.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
2 minutes.
Here's Wright. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Now White passes it to Lee. A fader. And the shot is good. Lee's got 14 points here in the second half.
Perfect execution. The size of the smash was there, and they went right at it.
And it was timely. That's a basket they had to have, and an absolutely vital possession.
Right. The teardrop falls in. Wright's got 43 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
Tatum against Durant. Pass to Lee. Over Smith. No good from Lee.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Smith. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Lee. They grab their own miss. Or the three. Buries it from outside.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
It drops. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Boy, does he stun the crowd by answering right back with that triple to get the game back to even.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. It's tied at 122. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's White outside Tatum. Pass to Lee. Takes it from 10. Yes! And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Timeout called. The Rockets. They're behind by 2. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Some noise.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Here's Şengün. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And they need a profitable trip here. And luckily, Brown looks to be in the zone.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a two-possession game.
There's the pass to Smith. Can't connect from long distance. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Şengün, third personal foul, fifth team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown.
Two.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.